The former Anchor Infinity has now entered the asset restructuring phase. Work will be carried out under the guidance of a special task force jointly established by Apex and Hykros headquarters. The Project Astralis will be restarted with joint support from Apex and Hykros headquarters. This time, the Hope Fleet's objective is to delve deep within the space-time turbulence. Ms. Brevi, a scientist from Hykros' Special Task Force, has led her team to the Hope Fleet. Brevi's team is incredibly experienced in research on space-time turbulence.
Bleep bloop! Long time no see, Authorizer. Oh, wait, I should instead refer to you as Acting Archon of District 4.
Did I miss something?
In fact, this was the first thing decided in the last meeting. Nanto and Veronica share their distrust of Hykros and insist you take on the role of Acting Archon of District 4.
So, since I'm the Acting Archon, will someone eventually replace me?
Don't worry. Nobody can take your place here. Hykros just wanted to make their position clear, which is why they added the word acting. In the future, District 4 will be jointly governed by Hykros and Apex. They trust only you, so your appointment as Archon is the first step for any future negotiations.
So what kind of negotiations did you all have?
It all comes down to 3 main points. The resettlement of the Kylians, the space-time properties of the Kylo, and Apex's restructuring plan. Which one do you want to hear more about? Now the Kylians can travel freely between here, Esperia, Vera, and beyond. Your friend Linsis can keep her promise too. Those who have passed can finally return home to rest. Claimed ashes will be returned to each family one by one. Unclaimed ashes will receive a communal funeral arranged by Hykros, so they can be properly laid to rest.
When did you meet Linsis?
Acting Archon, you could learn a thing or two from your Kylian friend. She's a real negotiator. Got Hykros to compensate her for her shop, fund her journey, and even cover the whole funeral.
I'll think about it. Oh, there was some Kylian server. You know about it, right?
That situation is indeed a bit of a headache. We've come up with some ideas, but that's also the main reason we wanted to talk to you. Helix Bio Inc. has been shut down, and we've taken over many of their related documents. To quickly awaken those who survived in the server, we've developed the Project Awakening.
What can I do?
First, to make sure their brains can safely disconnect from the servers, Voidpiercer needs to work closely with Lana to prevent server fluctuations from messing with normal Kylian society. Second, I need you to help convince Dr. Claire to join us. She's the top researcher in human consciousness and omnium technology, and her expertise will be crucial.
I understand. Once I get back to Esperia, I'll do my best to persuade her. But about her and Hykros...
I'm not forcing you to drag her here. Just do your best.
Now that we're on the subject, there's one more thing I want to ask. Will everyone on the server survive?
I'm afraid that's not possible. Miss Aglaia, as leader of the Project Awakening, already gave a detailed briefing at the meeting. The first Kylians connected to the server were seriously injured survivors of the space station disaster. Once they're disconnected from machine support, they'll need immediate medical care. Linsis' nurse friend, Ms. Legisis, will check and monitor everyone's health in Project Awakening and decide who has the potential to undergo Awakening.
What will happen to them next?
If someone can't be awakened, we'll remove them from the server as quickly as possible. A specialist will handle their remains, with Linsis overseeing the arrangements.
And for those that can be awakened?
The situation is much more complicated for those who can be awakened. Their consciousness data is incomplete and varies from person to person, so each will need a personalized approach. Fortunately, your experience awakening Miss Aglaia was a big help. After his earlier failure, Nanto has become much more adaptable to the brain-machine interface. Right now, he and Miss Aglaia are overseeing preparations for the brain-machine interface lab, and plan to train the first cohort of brain-machine awakeners within 6 months.
Sounds like we have our work cut out for us.
With Dr. Claire's help, I believe we're well suited for the task.
I will do my best.
It all comes down to 3 main points. The resettlement of the Kylians, the space-time properties of the Kylo, and Apex's restructuring plan. Which one do you want to hear more about? As for that, I'll let our space-time turbulence expert Brevi explain.
Where should I even begin? After all, I just got here not too long ago, and my research has only just started.
Why don't you start by telling me what you're researching?
The nature, laws, and application of space-time turbulence. What we can confirm is that Kylo's space-time turbulence is very similar to the Abyss Current, though there are some differences.
I've noticed that too. The space-time turbulence here seems more intense than the Abyss Current? Or maybe it's just harder to predict?
We tried using timestamp technology to build a larger Abyss Current control device and push its power to the limit, but all it did was stabilize the space-time turbulence. Through various detection methods, including personally entering it, we have confirmed that Kylo's space-time turbulence cannot be completely shut down.
Why? Does Kylo have a hive mother stronger than the one in Domain 9?
We suspected that at first, but with Dr. Rubelia's help, we've ruled it out. Instead, under Kylo's unique conditions, the Hive Mother and the Gray Space entity evolved into what we now call the Astral Hive.
I still don't understand. Why are Kylo's space-time turbulence and Abyss Current so different?
The emergence of an Abyss Current usually signals a powerful Gray Space entity, like a Hive Mother, but Kylo's space-time turbulence likely comes from a massive, ever-fusing Omnium mine.
I just remembered. Those bugs on planet Noah. They have the ability to venture into the depths of a space-time turbulence to search for Omnium.
Yes, Dr. Rubelia also believes Kylo Xenoid was once a special kind of Gray Space entity, a symbiotic organism tied to that massive Omnium deposit.
I still don't quite get it, though. Where did that massive Omnium deposit actually come from?
During the Cataclysm, the Kylo space station was orbiting Ida. Think of it as a signal amplifier. The Omnium fluctuation from the explosion was amplified by it and transmitted to even further out.
Further out? Is that the huge Omnium mine you mentioned?
Correct. 2 similar waves resonated, causing another explosion. The ancestors of the Astral Hive, like the Kylians, were caught in the blast and lost their homes.
So the space-time turbulence is a result of the explosion?
How do I put this? Have you ever seen a quantum hole, like one buried underground with tunnels branching out everywhere? Or a house that's been blown apart?
Are you saying the space-time turbulence is the Astral Hive's nest? Or the cracks torn open by the explosion?
Aha! It's like a house built over a giant quantum hole. When the hole collapsed during the explosion, the house fell in. The Kylians lived in the house, the bugs lived in the quantum hole.
So the quantum hole itself is a massive Omnium mine, and those Xenoids, after losing their home, are digging through humanity's ruins trying to find their way back?
You're almost getting it! Kylian space-time turbulence is powered by a massive Omnium mine ignited by the Cataclysm, which is why we can't easily shut it down. Those scattered, erratic patches of space-time turbulence are actually 2 parts of the Astral Hive trying to find each other. Next, I'll explain how we monitor and stabilize it.
Hold on. I feel like my Omnium science knowledge can't keep up with your lecture. Just be straight with me. What are your current research findings?
There's still much we don't know. The Omnium mine is just a metaphor. Where does all this Omnium come from? A mine, a star like Mara, or a hive mother beyond our imagination?
You still don't know?
I don't know. That's why Hykros funds Project Astralis. Fortunately, General Veronica is an idealistic hero, just like the protagonists in those comics who never stop moving forward. I only chatted with her for a little while, and I couldn't help but want to help her pursue her dream of exploring the unknown. Hope beyond the stars.
Speaking of Project Astralis, I just heard on the news that it's been restarted, and the objective is to explore space-time turbulence. Is that really safe?
Don't worry, the abyss current and space-time turbulence are very similar in nature. Though we can't shut down the turbulence, timestamp tech has been quite effective at stabilizing and monitoring it.
As long as everyone in the fleet is safe, that's what matters. I think I learned a bit too much science today.
It all comes down to 3 main points: the resettlement of the Kylians, the space-time properties of the Kylo, and Apex's restructuring plan. Which one do you want to hear more about? From the credit system to the manufacturing of spaceships and mechas, and every aspect of the Kylians' daily lives, everything was once supplied and managed by Anchor Infinity. With Rafa fallen, Lana's model accelerating, and Aglaia now awakened, Kylo is about to face a major upheaval.
I thought Apex and the Hope Fleet would team up to stop Hykros from interfering in Kylo, but I never expected it would end up being Apex and Hykros joining forces.
General Veronica has always considered Project Astralis her top priority. She also helped topple Anchor Infinity because Rafa kept getting in the way of her plans. She's an excellent leader with good judgment. But for a project as massive as Astralis, you need a logistics team that's highly efficient and extremely well organized.
Can Hykros provide these?
This is all thanks to you. Without your link to Domain 9, we wouldn't have been able to bring in timestamp tech to help the fleet stabilize and monitor the space-time turbulence.
What about Apex?
Anchor Infinity only took over Apex in the past decade or so. Both management and rank-and-file staff still include many people from the old Apex. Even if Aglaia hadn't woken up, nor had Nanto cleared his name, the old Apex staff would have rebuilt everything. Names may change, but these people will carry on Anchor's legacy and restore Kylo. So, an independent Hykros branch here is unrealistic. Instead, you should bridge us to the Todd family to rebuild a new Apex with Hykros involved, so Kylo can get back on track as soon as possible.
As expected, you quickly found the best way to protect your interests and even secured a partnership in such a short time. I'm impressed.
How could a deal be struck so fast? The credit system, Planet Noah's Omnium reactor, Anchor Infinity's assets and patented technologies. We haven't had a chance to discuss any of this in detail. Only when you formally accept the appointment as the acting Archon of District 4 can we proceed with meaningful negotiations.
Sounds like I don't have any room to refuse.
Do you have any reason to refuse?
Well, a role this important sounds exhausting, doesn't it? Perhaps I'm just too lazy to take it on?
If there are specific tasks you want to handle yourself, do them. Anything that's a hassle or too hard, anything you don't want to do, just leave it to me.
Sounds like I'm just some figurehead, huh?
Not exactly. Think of it more so like the relationship between Nanto and Aglaia.
What does that mean?
Nanto carries the burden left by his adoptive father, sustained by an obsession to revive Apex. He has been covertly plotting for years, all to rebuild Apex and rescue Miss Aglaia. During the negotiations, Nanto pressed for greater influence on Aglaia's behalf to maximize the Todd family's interests. Unfortunately, Aglaia herself appears largely uninterested.
Nanto has always aimed to fulfill Asurata's vision for the Todd family, which requires Aglaia's cooperation. But what Nanto wants may not match what Aglaia desires. You want to construct the Tower of Fantasy and develop Omnium technology. It requires my cooperation. But what I want is to piece together the shattered Ida and rebuild a beautiful life for Shirley.
However, we're different from them. I'd like to think my relationship with you is at least closer than that of an aunt and nephew who've only just met.
Even if they're not blood relatives, they're still family, right?
Nanto often calls Asurata by name, but he only ever calls Aglaia aunt. This shows that his relationship with her is distant, maintained only through a superficial family title.
I suppose that means we can refer to each other more casually.
So, if I were to personally ask you to accept the post of acting Archon of District 4, would you do it?
If I really become the acting Archon, what do I need to do to live up to that title? Is it possible for me to make Kylo a better place?
What do you believe Kylo needs to become a better place?
A place that wouldn't drive Asurata to his death. A place where Linsis could live a decent life without having to rely on deceit. place where Nanto and Veronica can uphold their ideals without compromising their conscience. A place where good people rarely turn evil, and evil people find no reason to do wrong.
The environment can change a person, but not everyone will be swayed. Some people, when faced with challenges, are simply more likely to abandon their principles than others.
No one is perfect. In extreme circumstances, anyone could be forced to sacrifice something. But if those circumstances never arise, no one would have to sacrifice a thing.
Is this your insight into Kylo? No wonder everyone who comes to see me insists that you serve as Kylo's acting Archon.
Not sure if I mentioned this, but I met pre-Cataclysm Acerata in the network. Every time I see Nanto, I feel a bit like an elder to him, as if he carries echoes of everything Acerata went through. Before the Cataclysm, Acerata would never let a kid shoulder Kylo and Apex's future. A later chance encounter reinforced my belief that he did everything he could to protect Nanto's freedom and dreams. But as his life neared its end, everything that had happened in Kylo forced him to betray the creed he once upheld, leaving the heavy burden to the only person he could truly trust. Now that Aglaia has awakened, the reconstruction of Apex is imminent. By a better Kylo, I mean at least a place where such tragedies won't happen again.
You're an idealist, and that used to worry me. But not anymore. Only those who can hold on to their ideals after seeing life's darkness and human nature have the potential to change the world.
Thanks for the compliment?
It all comes down to three main points: the resettlement of the Kylians, the space-time properties of the Kylo, and Apex's restructuring plan. Which one do you want to hear more about?
So does this mean that every time I see you from now on, I'll have to learn something new?
Learning and mastering are two different things. Once you become the acting Archon, your journey will have only just begun.
Don't say things that'll make me regret saying yes to you. So, about accepting the appointment, what do I need to do? Do I have to take some kind of exam, or is there a ceremony?
When you get back to Hykros, we'll make the arrangements. I'll go help you get ready for the return trip. We should be able to head back with Linsis. In the meantime, say your goodbyes to your friends from Kylo.
Most of Anchor Infinity's people have been cleared out, and former Apex employees have taken over production line management at companies like Robocore Inc.
Currently, Apex is still facing staff shortages, and Ravenport Shipyard is ready to take over the production line for civilian spaceships.
Spaceship production and maintenance should be restored soon, but it will take some time to meet the demands of Project Astralis. The biggest challenge remains the energy supply. Authorizer?
It's been a while indeed.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm going back to Ida, so I came to say goodbye. Why is Helene here, though?
Veronica said I have extensive experience navigating space-time turbulence, so she invited me to be the fleet's navigation advisor.
I see. By the way, I just saw the general speech on the news. Congratulations! Project Astralis can finally be restarted.
That may be true, but there's still a lot to do before we can actually launch the first fleet. What type of organization will Hykros and the Todd family form? And how will duties and collaboration work? Also, how will shipping, fuel, and related companies operate going forward? That doesn't even include details like personnel preparation or safety management. Only after all of these are finalized can Project Astralis truly be restarted.
You're saying that in front of me on purpose, aren't you? Don't worry, I've already told Plotty I'll accept the appointment as the acting Archon.
That's wonderful. You accepting that role is crucial for us.
But you should still know that most of the specifics are still handled by Plotty and the other Hykros personnel. I'm just a convenient figurehead.
Figureheads matter. In ancient warfare, some soldiers' sole duty was to remind each side of the consequences. And those soldiers were always the last to fall. Their presence was a rallying point for thousands. As long as they stood, there was still hope.
You don't get it either, do you? General Veronica will sometimes suddenly say things I don't get when we discuss navigation plans. But sometimes in hindsight it makes sense.
Thank you, Helene. I'll take the time to really think about what you said. Let's leave it at that for now. After I go, if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me.
Goodbye.
Miss Lechesis, the Helix Bio Inc. data you requested is all here.
The data left by Helix Bio Inc. is very detailed and can help Project Awakening a lot. However, confirming the specific safety indicators for Awakening will require some more in-depth research.
All of this data comes from their inhumane experiments on humans. The more detailed the data, the more the Kylian people suffered. As a Todd, I must take responsibility.
You only just woke up and you're already jumping back into work. Are you sure you're okay with that?
Hello, Acting Archon.
Plotty already told you guys about the promise I made to her?
On to Glea. I'll go and help Miss Lechesis for now.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
No. If you woke up, found everyone you knew gone, suddenly had a nephew you'd never met, and carried memories from a parallel world that felt out of reach, along with all this mess, would you be okay?
Sorry, that wasn't what I meant to ask. But hearing your complaint puts me a lot more at ease. You just mentioned memories of parallel worlds. Have you managed to sort them out?
When I woke up, I was lost for a long time and couldn't tell what was real. It wasn't until Nanto showed me my brother's things and told me all I missed in Kylo that I began to truly understand. I've finally begun to understand which memories are my own experiences and which were parallel lives I experienced through data transferal. I trust you completely because of those memories from the virtual worlds. I'm still the same person who experienced the Kylo space station disaster. I'm sorry if I've disappointed you.
How could I be disappointed? I'm just worried you might get lost after everything you've been through, struggling to adapt. You don't have to become someone else or live up to anyone's expectations.
How could I not live up to it? So many people are still waiting for me to awaken them, and I have to make my brother's dreams come true.
You've only just woken up and now you're burdening yourself with heavy workloads? The Project Awakening. I heard about it from Plotty. That's not something you can solve overnight.
The work on this matter will be handled by Miss Lechesis and the scientists from Hykros. Hykros is said to have a scientist with extensive experience in human consciousness.
Yeah, as soon as I get back to Asperia, the first thing I'm going to do is contact her for help.
But this is only the beginning.
What makes you say that?
As I just mentioned, after 40 years frozen, waking up has thrown me into a world that's completely foreign. But I consider myself lucky, as I have Nanto to help me get accustomed to everything.
There are many Kylians on the server who have been frozen even longer than you, right?
Yes, 1.2 million people. Even if only a quarter of them awaken healthy like I did, that's still 300,000 people. They'll need somewhere to live once they wake up. With Hykros' help, plus backing from Asperia and Vera, providing for them and ensuring they have food, shelter, and work shouldn't be too difficult. The hard part is giving them a place where their hearts can belong. Especially for the awakened with no family or friends. Helping them reintegrate into society requires long-term effort.
Whether it was when you first arrived in Kylo, during your time in the server, or now after waking up again, you've always been looking out for everyone else.
What, are you writing my award speech? If you want to come work on the Project Awakening, I wouldn't say no.
I want to help, but I'm not familiar with this sort of thing and I don't really know how I can.
I actually have something I need your help with, but it's unrelated to the Project Awakening.
What is it?
I need to confirm one thing first. Did you know my brother in the virtual past?
Yeah, I think he's a really good person and truly an amazing brother.
In that case, could you take me back to Asperia? I want to bring Nanto to see our hometown and rebury my brother.
No problem. I can do that for you. I'll go get ready now.
Wait, I'm not finished yet.
Anything else?
The collaboration between Apex and Hykros is a decision we made reluctantly after careful consideration. Furthermore, there is a reason we can only accept you as the acting Archon.
I understand. It's because you can't really trust Hykros, right?
In the virtual past, you learned about the history of the Norns Federation, but how much do you really know about the Servant and Hykros before that explosion?
To be honest, not much. The Servant has always kept itself well hidden. As for Hykros, it was just a research institution of the Federation. But some scientists in it had already joined the Servant.
After I woke up, I heard Nanto talk about a myriad of things, which reminded me of some archive materials I saw when my brother and I were rebuilding the Ark space station. Upon arrival on Kylo, we only knew that our father had been persuaded by the government to fund the space station. After the explosion and chaos, only we could repair the space station. It was then that we finally accessed the original documents for the space station construction plan. It turned out that Kylo's space migration plan was initiated by 3 scientists from Hykros. Not only that, they were also deeply involved in establishing several core subsidiaries of Anchor Infinity. Unfortunately, by the time we found out, they had already died in an air crash.
So those scientists were actually the Servants hidden in Kylo? And Krog Hans, he was a high-ranking officer in the Norns Federation's Joint Defense Force, and in fact, he was one of the Servants. If I remember correctly, the Kylo Expo Hall recorded that after Anchor Infinity discovered Zeronium, they developed the credit system with the authorization of the Kylian government. Thinking about it, the Kylian government, Kylian military, and Kylian Hykros had all been thoroughly infiltrated by the Servant long before the Cataclysm.
Yes. Nanto and I went back through the archived documents left by homecoming historians. Only now do we see that many events were being manipulated behind the scenes by the Servants. Nanto's parents probably never realized, even until the end of their lives, that it wasn't their support for the homecoming that killed them, but that they had discovered traces of the Servant. By forming the Icarus Legion, Krog Hans betrayed the Servant for his daughter. But after knowing the horrors of this universe, despair drove him to continue the Servant's plan to welcome the Master.
Do you think the initial members of the Icarus Legion might have actually known about the Servant's existence?
Of course. The Icarus Legion had encountered more than one covert purge by Anchor Infinity. Lola and I are alive thanks to Krog Hans keeping everything well hidden. It appears Anchor's past suppression of the homecomers wasn't driven solely by power and profit, but by fear. If the Icarus Legion succeeds, the Servant will inevitably be exposed.
You never realized that behind all of this lies the power of the Servant, which is why you always thought Hykros, the one who initiated the Ark Space Station project, was the enemy.
Even now, we still don't fully trust Hykros. That explosion wiped out too many leads. No one knows how many Servants survived or where they're hiding.
Servants are known for hiding within other organizations, like parasites clinging to a host. That way, if their plans fail, they won't be exposed, and the blame won't fall on them.
I'm telling you this as a reminder. They're incredibly cunning. Be extremely careful and scrutinize everyone you meet in Hykros. If necessary, you could use the network and talk to another version of me. From the details we uncovered back then, there might be things even more useful than the truth about the Cataclysm.
Thanks for the reminder. I'll think it over. What happened? Why are you in such a hurry to meet with me?
Finally! Now that everyone is here, I declare the Icarus Legion's renaming ceremony officially open!
Renaming ceremony?
Please welcome Captain Carrot for a speech!
Ahem! I hereby announce that, from this day onwards, the Wednesday crew will be known as... the Icarus Legion! To Icarus!
So beneath the mask was the Icarus Legion.
Grandma, I'm starting to understand the meaning of the wings of Icarus. Today, the Icarus Legion is taking you and everyone back home. I can finally go back and play with Hilda and the others.
Why say such nonsense on such an important day?
I'm the captain. I say what I want. You're just the first mate. You do as the captain commands.
You're a child, and I'm your mother. You have no choice but to listen to me.
As captain, I announce that we're adding a new segment to the renaming ceremony. Next, each of you will share your wish list for after we return to Ida. I'll go first. I want to go see Hilda and the others, and take Linces to see the ocean, the desert, the rainforest, and the flower fields, and eat a lot of carrot cake.
Then, I wish to take everyone back to our homeland, hold a proper funeral, and lay them to rest. Then, I'll travel all over Ida with Carrot, and turn my shop into a chain across Ida.
Second mate, it's your turn.
Me? I want to reclaim all of Ida's land, to find my lost friends, and to recover my memories.
Then I want to be there with you for everything you want to do.
Surely, isn't there anything you want to do for yourself?
Wait a minute. Where's Mia?
Huh? Mia? Mia... Looks like it's over there. This feels familiar.
My brother, that time.
Please, Mia, I'm sorry. Can you talk to us? When we get back to Ida, what do you want? We'll make it happen.
Mia, no. Don't bring the little kid. The little chubby kid.
Mia, since you're so mad this time, I, being the grown-up, won't take what you say personally.
Fine, fine. I promise I won't force you to be Carrot's gaming buddy anymore. Surely. It's great that Mia's willing to talk.
The spaceship is ready. It's time to depart.
Yanuo? I didn't expect you'd be the one to come pick us up.
Welcome home, Acting Archon of District 4. Archon Alric is waiting for you in the conference room. Please, follow me. As for the other guests, someone will be here shortly to attend to you all.
I can't believe it's Archon Alric.
Archon Alric is busy with public affairs, so please don't take up too much of his time. After meeting with you, he'll still have to help receive those 2 Apex representatives.
You mean Aglaya and Nanto?
Yes.
To help you get accustomed to the role of acting Archon, Plotty suggested that I assist you. Coincidentally, I've also heard about the funeral you're holding in Asperia.
A funeral?
Am I incorrect? I received a list of Asperian victims from the Kylo space station, and a request for a collective funeral submitted by Ms. Linsis.
You were correct, but I didn't expect Archon Elric to be so concerned about the funeral.
From now on, call me Elric. You're now an Archon of District 4. It's time to start acting like one.
Elric?
What would you like to know?
As a District Archon, what exactly do I have to do?
The District Executive Officer is the highest authority in the district, and all matters, big and small, must be reported to you. However, the key issues vary from one district to another. For example, District 9 has long since focused on research into aberration and omnium. District 7, meanwhile, has been dedicated to improving the local environment and constructing urban settlements.
Kylo's primary focus is the space-time turbulence research and the Project Awakening.
That's how it is. But Kylo isn't the same as Asperia or Vera. Hykros plans to co-govern Kylo with Apex, so how much the District 4 can achieve will depend on the upcoming negotiations. Plotty is much better at this than you are, so leave it to her. Your close ties with Apex will only work to your advantage.
Plotty mentioned something similar. My experiences in Kylo and the people I know make me the best candidate for this position.
After all, a District Archon rarely handles hands-on tasks. Their main responsibility is to make the right decisions and ensure others can carry them out without distraction. This requires everyone to trust you completely. Both those who report to you, and those you must report to. Take me, for example. My research talent doesn't come close to a genius like Brevi, and in combat, I can't hold a candle to an executor like Yanwo. In other words, I became an Archon not because I possess any extraordinary talents or abilities, but because I'm the person the HQ in District 9 trusts most.
You're a member of Hykros who's been through the Cataclysm, so of course they trust you more. I think I'm starting to understand what you mean. But like you said, Kylo, Asperia, and Vera are all different. I should probably take some more time to really think about how to be a good acting Archon. Why are you so focused on the funeral? Is it really that important to you?
This is the symbolic beginning of the collaboration between Kylo and Hykros, and it's also a sign that we've reclaimed a new sub-district. Naturally, this is very important to HQ. Forget it. You're an Archon now. There's no need to speak so cryptically. The production of the T5 suppressor was essentially a case of acting first and reporting later. Trying to get HQ's approval before implementing suppressor upgrades is simply too slow. T5 suppressor outperforms T3 in stability and effectiveness, which has led to more exchanges between Asperia and Vera. But this also means the HQ's control over the two regions has been weakened. HQ has sent people to investigate who's responsible. Although Plotty assigned this task to you, it ultimately benefits the people of District 9. You're all capable. Don't let it weigh on you.
Wait, are you taking the fall for me and Plotty?
I suppose it's something an Archon has to do sometimes. Consider holding the funeral and guiding you as HQ's way of putting me in my place. Right now, in Hykros' eyes, Kylo's greatest value lies in its Omnium reserves. With Plotty there, it makes no difference to HQ who serves as the District Archon. Even though organizing funerals might seem like a punishment, I actually enjoy this kind of work. One of the names on the list of the deceased is my former teacher, Roger. I once worked in his laboratory, and he helped me greatly. I thanked him in both my master's and doctoral theses. It's an honor for me to be the one to bring him home.
Your teacher, did Franz and Dr. Claire know him too?
Of course. Mr. Roger was Henry's PhD mentor, and he also taught Claire and Lune. Speaking of which, I have a rather presumptuous favor to ask.
You're not seriously thinking of inviting Dr. Claire to the funeral, are you?
Actually, I am. This is a good opportunity to have a proper chat with her.
I'm currently planning a trip to Cetus Island too, so I'll keep that in mind. But I can't guarantee she'll agree to come.
I understand. Still, I'd be very grateful if you could help deliver the message. This is a good chance to further communicate with Kylo. It's already been discussed, so HQ will cover all expenses. I've asked Franz to help with the funeral arrangements. He should have arrived by now.
That makes things a lot easier. Thank you, Elric.
I've said what needed to be said. I know you and Shirley are eager to visit the shelter, so I won't take up any more of your time. Now I need to attend to two distinguished guests from Apex.
Seems your trip was a failure. All my efforts were in vain.
I won't give up. I'll prove that I'm the perfect angel of clemency.
Perfect. Is this the kind of perfection that everyone sees as just another form of clumsiness?
What nonsense are you spouting?
Trying to be normal is far more difficult than being perfect by default. An idiot like you would never understand.
If Frigg hadn't forbidden me from fighting you, I'd cut you in half.
She might be protecting you, not me.
Weirdo! Hurry up and tell me what message you want me to pass on. If you keep stalling, I'm going to lose track of them.
Since you've been in Kylo, have you done anything besides following Shirley and the others?
Yep, I've gained the Authoriser's trust through private messages. And soon, I'll be able to uncover Shirley's weak point.
I mean, what's the situation with Kylo? Space-time turbulence, Omnium mine, Omnium reactors, and dimensional quantum supercomputers. What intel have you gathered?
Frick didn't put me in charge of that.
So why do you think I planted you in Brevi's research team?
I still have to run errands for you?
This is Hykros headquarters. Don't even think about following me. I can get you out safely another way. Come with me.
How about Shirley?
They'll definitely head back to the shelter. We won't lose them.
Great!
Mr. Franz, it's been a while.
Long time no see, Shirley. Oh, if it isn't our acting Archon of District 4. It's been a while. Congratulations on the promotion.
Mr. Franz, with that tone, you're making it hard for me to thank you.
Introduce me to your new friends. They're honored guests who've come all the way from Kylo, and I'll make sure they're well taken care of.
These two are the current heads of Apex, Miss Aglaia Todd and her nephew Nanto. This is the organizer of the funeral, Miss Linsis, first mate of the Icarus Legion. As for the person next to her...
Carrot, I've heard so much about you. You really drove Hilda up the wall back then.
I'm now the captain of the Icarus Legion!
All right, Miss Captain. Hilda's already made you some carrot cake. Want some?
I want to bring Sis Linsis with me! It's Mommy Linsis.
All right. Everyone go ahead.
Nanto and I are going to part ways with you for now. We have our own matters to attend to. Let's meet again at the funeral once everything is settled.
Miss Aglaia, the Cataclysm did bring some abnormalities to this place, but not everyone is gone.
What do you mean?
Though the Cataclysm destroyed everything, some people, whether through fortune or misfortune, didn't just survive it. They've lived on to this day, like me. Before the Cataclysm, I met your father through work. If this place feels too unfamiliar to you, feel free to come talk to us elders sometime. We might be able to help you reconnect with it.
We trust the Authorizer and hope Kylians have a better life in the future. Which is why we cooperate with Hykros. But work is work. We'll decide for ourselves who's really a friend.
Whether here, in Vera, or in Kylo, we were all victims of that disaster. We're not so different. No matter what you think, to me we're all kin. When it comes to Hykros, plenty of us, including me, hate them as much as, if not more than you do. Complaining and being angry is natural, but it'd do you good to find someone to vent to. There aren't many left who can reminisce with Miss Aglaia. It's just me, this old codger, checking in for a fellow townsperson. Whether we reminisce or not is entirely up to her. Honestly, we're just really glad to see a young person like you finally come back home. If we can't reminisce, then let's vent about Hykros together. Those types of talks go nicely with some wine.
Thank you, but we have other matters to attend to.
Thank you for your suggestion, but we have our own arrangements. I just spoke with Mr. Elric earlier. We will certainly arrive on time for the funeral.
All right. I won't keep you two from exploring Esperia. If you have time, feel free to drop by the shelter and bang us any time. Everyone's really looking forward to welcoming our fellow Kylians back.
Thanks. Farewell for now. Nanto, let's go.
Farewell, everyone.
See you.
Mr. Franz, at the funeral, we'll only bury ashes and belongings that are unclaimed. Some ashes and belongings still have claimants.
I know. That's why I want to take you with me. Along the way, we can help those people reunite with their family and friends. Regarding the funeral, there's a funeral home called Hypnos Agency that specializes in this. I'll need to trouble you, Archon, to pay them a visit.
You can count on me to make sure the funeral is handled properly. Where's that place located?
I'll send you the location right now. Just follow the directions. It's in Bangas.
According to the coordinates, the Hypnos agency Mr. Friends recommended should be...
Hey, I claimed this spot. No cutting in line. Quick! Sit down! Sit down! This time, I really have to see how this trick is done.
Welcome, everyone, to the Kingdom of Magic. Just reach out your hands, and your very own miracle will appear once more. Hello again, kids. I bet you can't wait to get started. The show is about to start. Most importantly, don't forget to take the flyer home after the show. It includes a 50% off coupon.
Woohoo! Barry! I've been waiting for you for so long!
Last time, the story followed me, the brave Crow Girl who crossed time, endured countless hardships to return to Ida from 1,000 years in the future to find the Reaper, foretold to end the curse. After a long search, today Barry finally seems to have sensed the Reaper's presence. However, she still doesn't know whether the Reaper can truly end the curse.
This looks so fun. I didn't expect Asperia to have a talent show nowadays. Can we stay and watch a bit longer?
Sure, we've still got some time, so let's watch a bit more. To celebrate the Reaper's appearance and Hypnos Agency's 30th anniversary, Barry will pour her heart into a special performance. Death Contract.
Death contract? That sounds terrifying.
Barry will uncover the Reaper among you, then have the Reaper cut her in half. If Barry doesn't survive, it means the Reaper is real.
Ah! Huh, look at you all frightened. Still being a little brat, huh? This is actually an ancient magic trick, the body separation technique. Don't worry, she won't die. She can be pieced back together again.
This magician really knows their stuff. No wonder they're so popular. Let me see. Where is the Reaper? Found you, Reaper. Is she looking at us? You two over there. Quit gawking. Yeah, you. Come up on stage and let me see whether you really are Reapers.
Looks like she's talking about us.
Well, when in Rome. The two Reapers have taken the stage. Could you please check whether the boxes and the chainsaw are working properly? Thank you, Miss Reaper. May I ask your name?
Me? I'm Shirley. The box is all good, by the way.
Great. And another Reaper. What's your name? I'm the acting Archon. Is the chainsaw ready? Without a doubt. When Barry lies down in the box, don't hesitate. Use the huge chainsaw in your hands to mercilessly tear apart her tiny body. Okay. Can Barry, the magician who's performed countless miracles, escape the fairy bound for the Styx and avoid making a pact with the Reaper? Audience, don't take your eyes off this.
Woo!
All right. Barry has been locked in the Reaper's cage, unable to resist, powerless, and with no way out. This is no longer just a magic performance. It's the ultimate near-death experience. Everyone, let's count down together for the Reaper.
3, 2, 1!
Reaper, what are you waiting for? Give me my sweetest release. All right, I'll get to work. It hurts! It hurts! I'm dying of pain! Huh? Wait a minute. Did I actually cut her? Ow, 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 ow! Ugh. I can't believe it actually hurts this much. Are those the whites of her eyes? Was that a magic mishap? That's terrifying! I want to go home! As if. I'm kidding. Fooled you all. Kiddos, line up to pick up a flyer. After that, Barry will continue with the second half of the Death Contract performance. Body fusion. Hey, but, where did everyone go? Huh? Do you mind letting me out of this box? Darn it! Not a single flyer was taken. Those little brats. I've wasted all my effort. You really went all out, didn't you? I'm sure everyone on Astra heard you screaming. What do you know? I really was hacked by a chainsaw. I just really wanted to put on a good performance. Who knows what these little brats are thinking? They don't appreciate anything. Oh, by the way, take this flyer. Hypnos Agency, second customer, half off?
Isn't the Hypnos Agency the funeral home Mr. Franz introduced us to?
So, this is a funeral home ad? Who thought it'd be a good idea to use a magic show to lure kids into a second customer half-off deal? That's the Reaper for you! Way smarter than my master, who can't even see how brilliant this idea is. People die sooner or later, and kids are the perfect potential clients. Is the Hypnos Agency actually trustworthy?
Authorizer. Anyway, it was introduced by Mr. Franz. Besides, she has a master.
All right. What did you say? A funeral for 300 people? This is a lot. I know, handling so many ashes and relics in just a few days is asking a bit much, but... Fantastic! Mr. O'Reilly is going to praise me for taking on such a big order. Aside from Mr. O'Reilly, you're the ones with the strongest smell of death I've encountered in Ida. The Prophet's prophecy must have been right. The Reaper really does have some skills. What on earth is she talking about?
She still hasn't come out of character. She sounds like she's still performing a magic trick. I feel as if I've seen this before.
You mean, like Brevi? I'm still an apprentice, so I can't take on any jobs by myself. Please, follow me. I'll take you to meet my master, the best mortician in the world, Mr. O'Reilly. Oh, it looks like we have a visitor at the Hypnos Agency. Today is turning out to be great. Look at him. He looks like he wants to come in but is too shy. Short on cash? Why are you hesitating at the door? Please, come in. Hey, wait, it's you?
Miss Barry, hello.
Hi, Yako. How have you been lately? What brings you here? Another business matter? Today is our parlor's 30th anniversary. The second customer gets half off.
No, I don't need anything for now. Ever since my father passed away, I have no other family. I came to thank you. Thank you for saving me back then, and for helping with my father's funeral.
A funeral service? Well, Barry's not as unreliable as I thought. But seriously, how's a kid this small even here without an adult?
Not a big deal. I'm a professional mortician. No matter who the deceased were in life, if they sign with Hypnos Agency, Barry guarantees they'll leave this world with dignity. I forgot to congratulate you earlier. Now that the funeral's over, your good days can finally begin.
Congratulations? Good days? What do you mean?
Is it not obvious already? The dead are gone. May they rest in peace. Your father is finally free from suffering. You don't need to worry about him. You can live the life you want. Isn't that something to be grateful for?
Be grateful for? You want me to be happy that my dad is dead?
Shouldn't you be happy? His suffering is over and yours is too. If you weren't so young, I would toast you with a glass of champagne.
Where on earth has Franz brought me?
You...
No need to thank me. I'm just...
Stop making fun. Even if he was in pain, even if he became an aberrant, he was still my dad. As long as he was here, I still had a home. I wouldn't be left all alone. You're just messing with me, aren't you? You know my dad turned into an aberrant, and now I'm an unwanted orphan. And the other kids laugh at me and pick on me for it.
I didn't mean it that way. I just wanted you to be happy.
He was my dad, my only family. You really expect me to be happy right now? That day, when you helped him with his mortuary makeup and slowly restored the way he used to look, I felt so happy. And I'm truly grateful to you. That's why I came to see you today. But... after he left, I miss him so much. But I'll never see him again. I have no friends, and I don't know anyone else. There are so many things I want to say, but I don't know who to talk to about it. I really thought that since you had seen him as he used to be, and helped me lay him to rest, you'd understand me. I thought I could share everything in my heart with you. But you actually... You're just cold-blooded and heartless. You don't understand anything at all.
What do you mean, don't understand? Watching someone you were once so close to gradually weaken, lose their mind, and even hurt you? Over time, all you can hope for is that they find relief. Now that your father has freed himself from those heavy shackles and found the peace so many long for, shouldn't you feel happy for him? Don't you feel the weight in your heart has finally lifted?
Huh?
What on earth is this mortician saying to a little boy who's lost his father?
What kind of place is the Hypnos Agency? This place is literally the worst funeral home in all of Hesperia!
Oh, you fool! Are you trying to annoy all the customers to death just to boost your sales?
Master, are you feeling better?
Sorry, kid. My idiot apprentice is missing a screw. The dead are free from pain, but the living still hurt. I never taught her that it's my fault as her master. Oh, you idiot. Hurry up and bring the guests inside.
So this is the Hypnos Agency. It's my first time in a place like this, and it's bigger than I expected.
I'm John O'Reilly, owner of Hypnos Agency. To all our guests, especially this little one, I apologize. My failure to discipline my apprentice led to those strange, offensive remarks. Since you're still in mourning, if there's anything you or your father need, please let us know. The Hypnos Agency will do its utmost to help.
I do need help. So thanks for saying that. But right now,
They're all dressed in such outlandish clothes. So why are Mr. O'Reilly's words still so convincing? O'Reilly. Huh? Wait a second, that surname. I feel like I've heard it somewhere before.
Master, are you all right? When you scolded me just now, your energy felt weaker than usual.
Barry, what are you mumbling about? Hurry up and apologize to our young guest.
Why should I apologize? I was just congratulating him with good intentions. Logically.
How dare you talk back, you idiot! Are you trying to ruin my reputation? Tell me, do you even remember the responsibilities of a mortician?
Let the deceased depart with dignity and help the living to find peace.
Let the dead depart with dignity. Fine, you manage that. But help the living find peace. Don't even act like you've succeeded. I doubt you even tried.
Don't have to be Tithonus anymore. Isn't that nice?
What did you say?
Mr. O'Reilly. Yako... I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, Mr. O'Reilly. I really came to thank you and your agency. I was just too worked up a moment ago. I'm sorry. I'll take my leave now.
This child seems much more mature than they look.
Yeah, compared to Barry.
That kid's got real backbone, huh? Fine, Barry. This is the first customer complaint in Hypnos Agency's history, so you'd better handle it yourself.
A customer complaint?
The customer was so angry they called us the worst in Asperia. That's a complaint, isn't it? If we can't resolve it within a week, your full-time application will be denied, and you'll have to go back.
Why is this happening? Does this mean I'll never get the chance to become the Reaper's ferryman?
As for you two, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Is there anything we can help you with?
Mr. Franz sent us here.
Oh, may I ask which of you is the chief mourner?
You don't know? I thought Mr. Franz had already mentioned it to you.
What do you think, Mr. O'Reilly? See? I told you I'd bring the big bucks. Mr. O'Reilly?
Kylo? You guys just got back from Kylo? Oh, last time I was out drinking with friends, he said we'd soon be able to travel freely between here and Kylo. Is that true?
Not yet. There's still a lot of foundational work just getting underway. But after a while, it should be possible. Would you like to go to Kylo and take a look around?
I have some business to attend to. Archon, the Hypnos Agency will take care of our fallen compatriot's funeral. No, please, leave it to us. We won't charge a single cent.
What? For free?
Mr. O'Reilly, we appreciate your kindness, but Hykros has already said they will cover all the funeral expenses.
I said we won't take it, and I mean it. You two from Asperia have already done enough for Kylo. It's time for me, a Kylian, to do my part for my own people.
You're from Kylo?
You mentioned Kylo earlier. Did you move to Asperia before the Cataclysm?
Oh, it was all misfortune. Before the Cataclysm, my sister had a huge fight with our parents, and then ran away from home. We didn't hear from her for days, and everything was chaotic. To find my sister, my parents took me all over the place, from Spring Bay all the way to Asperia. Who would have thought the Cataclysm would strike so suddenly? And we never made it back. On their deathbeds, my parents made me swear to find my sister. You know what happened after the cataclysm, so I took this line of work. I take any job, whether for normal people or aberrants. To be honest, I've spent most of my life traveling through Asperia and Vera, and I had long since given up hope. But unexpectedly, now I have a chance to go to Kylo and find her.
May I ask what your sister's name is? As the acting Archon, I might be able to assist you.
Thank you so much. Her name is Lola. Lola O'Reilly. Born on May 1st, 2651. She lived at 32 Pine Street, Spring Bay, Kylo.
Mr. O'Reilly! Here, use this handkerchief.
Appreciate it. What are you waiting for? Go pour some tea for the guests.
Authorizer, this Lola... Could she be...
Mr. O'Reilly, I think we might know the person you're looking for. She has already passed away, but she has a granddaughter named Carrot.
Are you sure? It's really her?
I'm positive.
I was prepared for this, really. This was probably how it would end. After all, so few people survived the cataclysm and made it this far. Carrot. Will she come to the funeral?
Of course. If you want to see her, I can contact her right now.
No, business first. Leave the funeral arrangements to the Hypnos Agency. There's a site near Bangis. As for the guests attending the funeral, have the Archon take care of that. Even though the buried are unclaimed and may have no friends or family left, I still want to find as many people as possible to see them off.
No problem. I actually have a few places to go, so I'll stop by and visit some old friends on the way.
In that case, there's no time to waste, Mr. O'Reilly. Let's begin preparing the funeral immediately.
Wait a minute. Who said you could start preparing for a funeral? Listen, Barry. You're barred from taking part in any other Hypnos Agency activities until that guest, Yako, withdraws his complaints. Now go apologize and make it quick.
Okay. If we're going to Astra, Yako's home is there too. Reaper, let's go together.
Grandpa Dias, this box is really heavy. Let me take care of moving it.
No need. It's just a box. These old bones of mine can still do the job.
But...
But what? Or are you just treating me like O'Reilly's apprentice? Like I'm still a kid?
I was just worried you might hurt your back. Wait, isn't that the Authorizer? And Shirley? And Barry too? What are you three doing together?
Hey, Old Man Dias, I saw everything. Leave the box hauling to Hilda. Overexerting yourself isn't good for your back.
That crazy crow girl? Who do you think you're calling old?
Authorizer, Shirley, long time no see. You two really are something else. You hardly ever come home, and you didn't even stop by to see me. Even Carrot is more attentive than you.
Sorry. I got held up earlier. I didn't expect to run into you here. I thought you'd be at Bangus hanging out with Carrot.
She's way too mischievous to sit still, and I'm busy myself. She's probably went off to Vera to hang out with her friends. No need to worry. Her mom's with her.
Her mom? Linsis really is determined, isn't she?
Now that Hilda's here, we can skip the trip to Bangus.
Right. Hilda, I want to invite everyone from Bangus to the collective funeral for the victims from Asperia at the Kylo space station. The funeral will be held near Bangus, jointly organized by Hykros and Kylo, with the Hypnos Agency handling the funeral arrangements.
Attending is of course no problem. It's just, I remember Mr. O'Reilly hasn't been in good health lately. With such a large funeral, can he still manage? Could Barry take charge instead? I really want to take over, but my master told me to deal with my customer complaint first.
Good. If we let that insolent girl handle everything, O'Reilly might as well ruin his own reputation. I don't know why that old coot took her on as an apprentice.
Grandpa Dias, hometown. Barry, don't you still have a customer complaint to deal with? Go on and handle them.
That's right, Dias, little bro. If you ever want to stop by the Hypnos Agency for tea with my master, you're always welcome.
Did I just hear that right? Barry called Dias little bro and old man?
You've just met her. You'll get used to it. She's a 200-year-old crow witch, ferryman of the dead, even crossing the Styx to find the Reaper. To her, Dias is just a little bro.
You ask me. Today's youth have their heads all messed up from reading too many novels and comics.
Hey, Dias, I was just joking. Don't go.
Looks like Barry doesn't have the best reputation around here.
They're really just trivial matters. Barry's a pretty warm-hearted girl and works efficiently, but she's also a little scatterbrained.
Scatterbrained?
Pretty much. I thought her stories were mainly to entertain kids with magic tricks. But she keeps going on about the Reaper and the Styx. Everyone thinks she's a bit odd. Especially Grandpa Dias. He's the most sensitive. Last time he had tea with Mr. O'Reilly, Barry got him so worked up his blood pressure spiked, and he canceled his coffin reservation on the spot. I got so caught up chatting with you that I forgot I've got a shipload of goods to check.
You go on and take care of that. We should go see Celine now.
All right, I'm off. We'll definitely attend the funeral. Don't forget to tell me the time and place. Goodbye!
I just saw Yako heading toward the riverbank. His expression was terrifyingly grim. He must have been bullied again. Sensible kids tug at your heart. Yako always keeps things bottled up, just like his dad. I'm not good with words and don't know how to help him. Celine, what do you think?
I understand, Eureka. Mr. Collins has helped the shelter before. Leave Yako to me. You should go back and take care of things.
Celine, we're back.
Why'd you both come back without giving me a heads up?
Now that's what I call a surprise.
If you'd given me a heads up, I could have made time to properly host you. I've got something urgent to take care of right now, so wait here for a bit. I'll be back soon.
Wait a second, Celine. Are you going out to find Yako?
You've got a keen ear. That poor child. His father became an aberrant not long ago, and now...
He's buried by the Hypnos Agency?
Well, well. The Archon of District 4 is more well-informed than I thought.
Actually...
Don't worry, we'll definitely be there. The specific time and place are set, just let everyone know. As for Yako, it's Barry again. I get a headache every time I hear her name.
Looks like Barry is quite the celebrity, huh?
You have no idea. Today, she's handing out funeral promotion flyers to kids, and tomorrow she'll sell joint burial plots at weddings. Just the other day, she nearly stuffed a drunk into a body bag. After all these great deeds, a blessing for an orphan who just lost their father doesn't even shock me anymore.
Mr. O'Reilly's supposed to be a reliable mortician. How could he have trained someone like Barry?
That's unfair to O'Reilly. He's been a mortician in Asperia for years, and Barry only became his apprentice a few months ago. If it weren't for his age, he probably wouldn't have taken her on.
So, does Mr. O'Reilly have any other apprentices?
Not many people want to be a mortician, dealing with corpses every day. Not to mention the Hypnos Agency has special services that other funeral homes would never take on.
Like what?
Aberrant embalming.
Like Yako's father?
Yes. People have always avoided aberrant corpses, even though Hykros proved long ago that they aren't contagious. The fear left over from so many years isn't easy to dispel. O'Reilly has been searching for an apprentice for over a decade, but those who came either ran away from this special business or couldn't handle the strict demands. Until Barry showed up. Despite her quirks and odd things she says, she's truly excellent at embalming. That's why O'Reilly values her so highly, even if it doesn't seem like it. Don't be fooled. Mr. O'Reilly may yell at her, but that precious apprentice can't be criticized by anyone except him. Whenever I go to complain, he always stops me.
Willing to lay aberrants to rest. Could Barry and Yako possibly be orphans too? Their parents having turned into aberrants?
I don't really know. I've only heard that once O'Reilly went out to the wasteland outside Bangus to handle the bodies of aberrants. It's famously desolate there. Even the hyenas won't go. Just as O'Reilly was preparing the body, he noticed a little girl in a black dress sitting silently by the grave he had dug, staring at him intently.
Celine, that little girl must be Barry, right?
Indeed, that was her. I heard Barry watch the entire embalming without looking away, and even wanted to try it herself. Mr. O'Reilly saw her potential and brought her back to his office.
I bet Mr. O'Reilly never expected to end up with such a troublesome apprentice, huh?
Barry can be a bit unreliable, but she always does whatever Mr. O'Reilly tells her. Besides, everyone's happy to humor Mr. O'Reilly, so nothing serious has ever actually come up.
After staying in Asperia so long, even with the most advanced suppressors, who knows when someone might turn into an aberrant? By then, people have no choice but to rely on the Hypnos Agency.
But I feel like this customer complaint is different. Mr. O'Reilly said that if Barry can't resolve it, she won't be able to stay.
Is it really that serious? We need to hurry and find Yako, or I'm scared Barry's going to cause even more trouble. Why do the hyenas always pick the busiest times to cause trouble for me?
Celine, go focus on your work. We're more familiar with Yako's situation than you are. Let us handle it.
Then I'll leave you to it.
Should be the riverbank Celine mentioned. The one Yako often visits. Hey, is that Barry?
Hey, Yako! Try this seaweed. It's my favorite. So crunchy and delicious. Not a fan, huh? No worries. Want me to do some magic for you? It'll be amazing! Come on! Karen, put on the whole show for him.
Is she trying to cheer Yako up?
Hey! Don't go, Yako! I'm really serious. Please withdraw the complaint.
Hey, isn't that Yako? What are you doing spacing out here? Aren't you supposed to be going home to take care of your dad today?
Oh, wait. Yakko's dad turned into a monster and almost ate him. We need to stay away from him. Be careful not to get infected.
You're all wrong. My dad isn't a monster.
They're just two cute little brats. Stop bothering my client.
Who are you? What does it matter to you?
Wait a second. I know her. She's the one performing tricks at Bangus Port, and she's known for forcing things on people. My mom told me to stay away from her.
What's there to be scared of with magic tricks? Plus, you get some free stuff to grab. That's my favorite.
Don't go over there. My mom said she's the Reaper's messenger. We're absolutely not allowed to watch her magic show or bring her things home, or it'll bring misfortune on the family.
Looks like I'm still a bit famous. You two, hold on to these flyers. If you don't hand them out to 20 people within 10 days, you'll suffer misfortune.
No, don't come any closer.
It's done. How's that, Yakko? My flyer of misfortune was awesome, right? Want me to make a few for you for self-defense? Why so quiet? Captivated by my charm? Since I helped chase off those annoying kids, why don't you withdraw that complaint? Pretty please?
You went through all that trouble just to get me to withdraw the complaint?
Of course! If this isn't resolved, I won't be made full-time. I'm planning to open a branch of our agency back in my hometown, you know? So, could you give it some thought?
I thought it through. My answer to you is 2 words.
Hey! Which 2 words? Yes, ma'am? Complaint withdrawn? Or, of course?
Leave me alone!
Leave me alone? That's clearly 3 words. Yakko, what else do I have to do to make you happy?
Barry, at this rate, I think Celine's going to end up with another harassment complaint soon.
Oh, the Reaper. You're here. I've tried so hard to make him happy. Why is he still so angry?
You chased off those kids who were bullying Yakko and protected him. That was good. But have you considered that Yakko doesn't actually want to be happy right now? He needs something else.
Something else? Like what?
He just needs time to mourn.
My master did say the bereaved need time to grieve. So there's always a moment of silence at funerals. But Yakko already had his moment of silence at his father's funeral.
That's just the beginning of mourning, not the end. It's a feeling you can't really understand unless you've experienced it yourself.
Why can't you just tell me what I can do to help Yakko's mourning come to an end faster?
Looks like Mr. O'Reilly was right. She really isn't ready to become a full-time employee yet. Not understanding this feeling just shows how fortunate you are, Barry. If I could, I'd like to be as lucky as her. No one can escape loss forever, but experiencing it a little later isn't so bad. Barry, just give Yakko some time, all right? These things can't be rushed.
But I am in a rush.
Authorizer, Valkyrie wants to see us. The heirs of Ida? Perfect. I have a few things I want to discuss with her, too. Barry, we've got work to do, so let's head out. Don't bother Yakko yet. The more you rush him, the worse it gets.
If Skarl were to die in front of me now, would I finally understand Yakko? But he's not here. Fine. Since I can't resolve the customer complaint right now, and my master won't let me do anything else, I guess I'll just focus on my own matters for the time being. My dear Reaper, I'll bring you back to Lockhart. Ow! Why does it still hurt? Even though the death contract failed, at least I've ruled out one wrong option. If that person isn't the Reaper, then it must be Shirley, right? I need to find a way to separate them so I can verify whether Shirley is the Reaper.
Weird. Why is no one here?
Lurking in the sewers with those stinky old rats. There could even be a great white shark. It's a rare date. How could Salady allow any third wheels to interrupt us? Right, Shirley?
Salady? Wait, that wasn't Valkyrie who contacted me just now. It was you?
Bingo! Just as I thought. Shirley not only has overwhelming power, but her intellect and reflexes are perfect too. No wonder Salady is such a big fan.
Salady, that angel of clemency who has been chatting with me about Shirley? What are you doing here?
Oh, hey babe. We finally meet. Remember the riddle game we played in Kylo?
So, she really did harass you on my account. Back in Kylo, she was stalking me, sending all sorts of weird gifts and letters.
I thought she was just joking about it, but she's actually a stalker?
Oh, come on. Stalking? That was clearly Salady's gushing love gaze. She just wanted to be as close as possible to the sage's most beloved creation. And breathe the same air as Shirley.
Ew.
She thinks she's the best angel of clemency, so she's always trying to challenge me to prove it.
Oh, no. It's not a challenge. It's an intimate communion between two souls and bodies. Salady only wants to pay the highest tribute to the sage's masterpiece. My dear Shirley.
So everything in the chat logs is true. That's a problem. She's been harassing you all this time. Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you already had too much to deal with in Kylo, and I didn't want to burden you, so I kept it from you.
Your problems will never be a burden.
Hey! You two are so busy whispering to each other, you forgot about old Salady, huh? Back in Kylo, Frigg told Salady to carry out a secret operation and not to cause any trouble. You guys won't even play with Salady. She's about to explode from all this pent-up anger!
Looks like Salady won't rest until she gets a fight today.
Quick, let Salady experience Nemesis's full power.
Wait, you two.
It's too late to run now. Salady can take your head off with just a wave of her hand.
much. What's happening? Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
Saladin, what's wrong? She was so lively just a moment ago. Why did she change all of a sudden? Is she playing some kind of trick?
Move aside, everyone!
Barry?
She's not doing so well. Let's find a quiet place. I can help her. Saladin. It hurts. It really hurts. Daddy. Mommy. Saladin wants to be taken care of. No. Please, don't leave me.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll find a way to make you feel better.
Sleep well, Saladin. We'll all be here with you. Always.
I didn't expect you to be able to heal like that. She does look a bit better, thanks to you showing up in time. Wait, what are you doing here? Weren't you supposed to be...
This isn't the time to relax. I only eased her pain temporarily during her episode. I haven't healed her completely. You should see a professional as soon as possible.
I remember Saladin telling me she once had serious kidney disease. Could this be related?
The Angel of Clemency's transformation technology essentially uses Omnium to alter a person's body, but it can only take effect on those who have undergone aberration. So, her problem is probably more complicated. I've already notified Valkyrie. She should know what to do.
I don't even know what you mean by Valkyrie or the Angel of Clemency, but I doubt any of that will cure her.
Why do you say that? Do you even know what's wrong with her?
I don't think she could have survived such severe organ failure. The tech that altered her body has frozen her at the moment of death, saving her life, but trapping her in constant suffering.
How do you know the creation principles behind the Angel of Clemency?
Is this the creation principle behind the Angel of Clemency?
The specifics are complex, but broadly speaking, it involves using modified technology to halt the aberration, allowing the body to stay in the process of aberration. Or something like that.
I don't know anything about your Omnium technology. I'm just talking about what I've seen.
Have you seen any other Angels of Clemency?
We have many people like that in Lockhart.
Lockhart?
It seems it's time for a proper introduction. My name is Barry. I'm from Lockhart, and I'm 216 years old. I've come to welcome the Reaper's prophesized return. Don't believe me? About 1,000 years ago, the Reaper was cast from Lockhart, so we no longer die. In vengeance, the Reaper cursed us with eternal suffering and punishment. Countless people from Lockhart live in unending pain because of this divine punishment, just like this child. There is no cure for them. Only death.
Death? Do you really think Saladin's illness can't be cured?
As long as she lives, she will be haunted by this pain. Only death can bring her peace. I came to bring the Reaper home and give the people of Lockhart peace. So, I suggest you...
Enough, Barry. Saladin has just found some peace. She's fighting tooth and nail to stay alive, so she sought the Angels of Clemency for help. We're all trying to save her. How can you say that? I don't care how old you are, where you're from, or your myths. All I know is that there's someone right in front of me who's fighting to live, and you have no right to condemn her to death.
I just don't want to see her living in pain, dragging you all down with her. You can endure this for a day or two, but you can't keep this kind of thing up forever.
At least right now, neither of us wants to give up.
Valkyrie has brought word. She's contacted Dr. Claire, who's willing to help Saladin.
Then let's go. I also need to speak with Dr. Claire.
Thank goodness you took the right first aid measures in time. Otherwise, she might not have made it here.
So she's okay now?
All I can say is that her condition is stable for now, but her illness is beyond my abilities. I'm sorry. I cannot cure her.
So what do we do now?
Let's keep her here for overnight observation. If she recovers quickly, she should be able to go home by tomorrow.
Doctor, I have a question about the Angel of Clemency's modification technology.
Go ahead and ask whatever you want.
Does Salady's current state have anything to do with her transformation into the Angel of Clemency?
Do you think the way you are now is related to you being transformed into the Angel of Clemency? I've spent most of my life studying Omnium technology, and I still can't figure out what exactly has happened to people like Elric and I. What is certain is that the principles behind transforming you into an Angel of Clemency are very similar to the anomaly that occurred in me.
What makes you say that?
Omnium can manipulate time and space. You can use special channels to travel between Asperia and Kylo. This is the spatial application of Omnium. So what then is the temporal application of Omnium?
Freezing time?
That's only the surface level. More precisely, Omnium prevents the particles that make up our body from changing, keeping the energy that sustains our existence unchanged.
Barry mentioned earlier that the Angel of Clemency keeps us forever trapped in the moment of aberration. Is it the same principle?
That's not entirely wrong. During the Cataclysm, the Omnium eruption directly altered my body. And for you, the aberration is like a personal cataclysm. Aberration is unstable, so we need machinery-based modifications to control it. Or rather, the Angel of Clemency's technology is keeping it from progressing further.
But, Doctor, the spread of aberration is...
Some things are beyond my abilities now. Perhaps it's you young ones who can find the answers.
Doctor, you just said that the Cataclysm transformed your body. What do you mean by that?
Pretty much the same as you, right?
What does that mean?
You look like you're only in your teens or early 20s, but in reality, you're definitely older. Take me, for example. I've lived 50 years and still look about the same.
Doctor, what are you talking about? How did you know that you and I are so similar?
Haven't you heard those folk tales? Animals that live for hundreds of years can become spirits. They take human form, speak like humans, and trick people. Humans can't recognize spirits, but spirits spot each other at a glance. After the Cataclysm, we old survivors. I thought I knew every face, but I never expected a new one.
Are there many people like you in Asperia?
There are quite a few in Hykros, but very few on land. The only one nearby is probably Franz.
Franz? That man was actually someone from before the New Dawn?
The New Dawn?
Anyway, you haven't seen me because I'm not from around here. I come from Lockhart.
Lockhart, huh? That was supposed to be my honeymoon destination.
Wait, Doctor, are you saying she's like you too? We're not the same, just similar. I come from Lockhart 1,000 years in the future, where no one dies and people age very slowly.
1,000 years later, huh? So how did you end up here?
Doctor, do you actually believe her?
What's there to doubt?
1,000 years later, never aging, never dying, Lockhart? Do you actually believe that?
Isn't Omnium awe-inspiring?
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but shouldn't there be some scientific evidence? Like body exam data or something?
Didn't I just say that? I'm the old crone and she's the old witch. Of course we recognize each other at a glance. You're too young to tell. What more proof do you need?
But...
Dr. Claire, I heard you helped my teammate, so I came to check on her.
I'm only helping this poor child because I'm doing Shirley and them a favor. The heirs of Ida are not welcome here.
Valkyrie is just here to see Salady. Don't worry, there won't be any conflict, and we won't damage your equipment.
All right. Then it's as you say. This is...
I'm Barry.
Hey, Barry. It's not often I see someone in a mood like that. Why don't we take a walk around Cetus Island and you can tell me about Lockhart? Let's leave this place to the patient and her friends.
Long time no see, Nemesis. Have you found anything in Kylo?
Salady's condition has stabilized. The doctor wants to keep her under observation tonight. And if all goes well, she can go home.
Her illness is incurable. Worrying about it won't change anything.
Is it only her illness? Aren't all those granted the Angel of Clemency the same? It looks like they've been granted eternal life, but in truth, they're damned to eternal suffering.
Suffering in return for great strength, though, right?
If I could be restored to normal, I'd give up this power in a heartbeat.
Is this why you've been refusing to use your own power? No wonder Salady hates you so much. If she heard you say that, she'd definitely scold you for not knowing what's good for you.
Is it really a good thing to trick a little girl into thinking that power can solve all her problems?
Power certainly can't solve every problem, but that doesn't mean it can't solve anything. Refusing to use your power like this isn't the smartest idea. The Angel of Clemency is a fate we can't change. It's better to learn to accept it and make it work for you than to reject it entirely. If you're willing to make good use of your power, you and the Authorizer might have a smoother time in Kylo. Who knows?
How could you possibly know?
You are the Sage's magnum opus, the finest of his creations. If it weren't for the limits you set on yourself, no one could touch you. Don't you ever miss that fearless side of yourself when you were Nemesis? You never needed anyone's protection. Instead, you could protect everyone else. For example, Authorizer.
What happens between us is none of your business.
Getting promoted really changes things, doesn't it? Your tone's gotten a lot sharper. I guess from now on, I should start calling you Archon.
The Angel of Clemency is nothing but the Sage's dark machination. Why do you impose this tragedy on her, and then shamelessly demand she accept it as if it's some kind of divine miracle?
Since the Cataclysm, Ida has been full of people with tragic lives. Everyone accepts that, so why can't she? Moreover, the Angel of Clemency gave her a second chance at life, a fortune many can only dream of. Salady, for instance, fought tooth and nail just to earn the chance to become one.
Back then, I was merely a weapon driven by madness, only capable of hurting everything I held dear. That version of me isn't worth reminiscing about. I am Shirley now, not Nemesis.
Are you even afraid of the name that represented power? If you had learned to harness that power sooner, instead of fearing and avoiding it, you would have been much stronger by now. It's painful for all of us to watch you waste the effort the Sage put into you. Think carefully about what kind of person you want to become. I'll take Salady with me for now. I'll make sure she's well cared for.
No need for that. I'll take care of Salady.
You should know she envies you and gets incredibly jealous. And she's moody. Keep her by your side if you must, but be careful. If she takes a dislike to you, one snip is all it takes.
If I accept my fate as an Angel of Clemency, then she could be considered my teammate. It's my duty to watch over and teach her. She's still young. I don't feel comfortable leaving her in your care.
That's fortunate. From my view, there is much about her you should learn. Archon, the Sage briefly awakened a few days ago to save Salady. He asked me to tell you. Hykros is outdated, stuck before the Cataclysm, unreliable. Whatever you want to do, rely on yourself, not others. He looks forward to meeting a stronger version of you.
What does the Sage really want to do?
Perhaps when I face him directly, I'll truly understand.
Still worried about Salady?
Yes. Salady still needs someone by her side. I used to be a nurse, and I want to stay and take care of her. However, What Barry said earlier has been weighing on my mind. Can you go ask Barry what exactly is going on with Lockhart for me?
Of course. That situation matters to me, too. I'll be right back.
That's my story. Your turn.
I don't think you're truly immortal. You may just age extremely slowly.
Just like your fellow people from Lockhart?
That's right. I look pretty much the same now as I did when I was 20. But by the time I'm 500, I'll definitely look older than I do now.
What are you two talking about?
The doctor just told me her story. And now it's my turn to properly tell her about Lockhart.
Perfect timing. I want to hear this story too.
Lockhart used to be part of Ida, but everything changed on the day of the New Dawn. What's known to you as the Cataclysm. Those born before the New Dawn, like most people here, age and die, living at most around 100 years. But for those from Lockhart, everyone born after the New Dawn hasn't aged a day.
You say you're from Lockhart 1,000 years from now. So Lockhart hasn't had a single death in 1,000 years?
Yes. According to our ancient legend, the New Dawn marks the end of the Divine War. The God of Life triumphed over the God of Death. And from that moment on, death has avoided Lockhart. The Divine grants life, calls upon the people, punishes sinners, and favors the righteous. This is the unchanging belief of the Lockhart people.
What does that mean?
The Divine grants life. Death is the end of life, yet also a beginning. This is the natural order in Talmark. Without death, how can there be rebirth? Over the past 1,000 years, Lockhart has seen steadily fewer newborns. Records show the most recent birth occurred roughly 150 years ago.
So when they say the Divine calls upon the people, does that mean the Reaper is summoning you, just like the mortals, so you can die a natural death?
Yes. The Reaper's realm is peaceful and still. Yet, sadly, we no longer qualify to enter it. The Divine punishes sinners, means that those who stray from the God of Death are sinners. That's why we suffer, tasting pain and immortality, never finding peace.
Your immortality comes with a price.
Your intuition is right. Though death has left Lockhart, aging and illness remain. Over time, the joys of life have been completely eclipsed by suffering.
Life is worse than death.
No wonder you've always thought of death as a good thing.
Huh? You finally believe me? Looks like you might actually be the Reaper after all.
You still haven't explained that last line. What does the Divine favors the righteous mean?
The Reaper favors the kind and righteous, granting them divine favor and unique abilities. I am one of the divinely favored individuals, and my objective is to bring the Reaper back to Lockhart. So, I'm earnestly asking you to come with me to Lockhart. Will you?
First, explain what you mean by saying I could be the Reaper.
I wanted to test your power earlier, so I secretly swapped your prop for a real knife. In the end, I didn't feel good at all. I just got cut and it hurt like hell.
You did what? Huh? That trick, I almost killed you?
No, not even close.
So does that mean I'm not the Reaper you're looking for?
It's hard to say. Prophecies are always mysterious and convoluted. Plus, the Reaper has been away from Lockhart for 1,000 years. It's natural that things might not go smoothly upon their return. Maybe you'll only get your powers back once you've returned to Lockhart. Or we might need to gather the death gems scattered across the continent first.
Is that what your prophecies say?
Not exactly. It was in a comic my master collected.
All right. How much of what she said is true? You might as well go to Lockhart and see for yourself.
You expect me to follow her to Lockhart just because she told some mythical story? What if she's lying?
So I'm lying to you too now? You think I'm in cahoots with that old witch?
Doctor, that's not what I meant.
Then consider it my request. Go check out Lockhart. Maybe while you're there, you'll be able to find out what really happened to Elric and I. Maybe we can figure out exactly how the Angel of Clemency's modification technology works. It might even help Shirley and Saladin, too.
Of course I want to help Shirley, but... Speaking of Elric, I'm willing to go to Lockhart, but you have to agree to one thing in return.
Oh? The youngin' has finally learned to haggle. Do tell.
Elric wants to meet you at the funeral to talk about the past.
What funeral?
Hypnos Agency has taken on the collective funeral arrangements for the Asperian victims from the Kylo space station. And my master is currently preparing the entire thing.
Kylo. If he wants to reminisce, let him.
Huh? So that means you and Shirley are willing to come with me to Lockhart?
Maybe I should discuss it with Shirley a bit more first.
Then I'll take that as a yes from all of you. Once the funeral is over and I sort out the complaint, I'll take you all back to Lockhart.
Go.
Go?
Go! No matter what history lies behind the prophecy Barry told, it's clear she wants to end the Lockhart people's imperfect immortality. According to Dr. Claire, there are many similarities between the Angels of Clemency, herself, and the people of Lockhart.
Do you think a method to end immortality could be used to heal Saladin, and maybe even you and the Doctor?
Earlier, when the Icarus Legion was about to take us home, Linsis asked me a question. Shirley, don't you have anything you want to do for yourself?
I sort of remember.
Well, I've thought about it for a long time, and I still can't come up with an answer. Earlier, Valkyrie recommended that I think about what kind of person I truly want to become.
Have you figured out the answer yet?
Not yet. But from what we're hearing about Lockhart, it sounds like we're starting to find some leads, right? I've been quietly worried that each Angel of Clemency's life is frozen on the day they were transformed. In other words, in another 50 years.
In 50 years, you'll probably still be the same, and the Doctor might be too. But Celine, Zeke, and I, that's what you're worried about?
I'd be scared. If people I'm close to were gone, what would I do? The unity of the Angel of Clemency is tied to this. For so many years, only they have truly understood and accepted one another.
No matter what, the heirs of Ida have no right to criticize you for being forced to become the Angel of Clemency. So what you want to do sounds a lot like what Barry would do?
I don't even know if it'll make a difference now. Maybe, in the end, we'll find that Lockhart's problem has nothing to do with us.
But at least now, I'm sure of one thing. I want to figure this out. If it really helps Saladin and the others, that would be quite lucky, wouldn't it?
I get it. No matter what you choose, I'll be right there by your side. You've always been the one to support me, so now it's my turn to support you.
Archon, the funeral site is nearly ready. If you have a moment, please come and take a look.
Looks like it's time to go. By the way, let's not tell Barry we're going to Lockhart yet. We don't want her to get too excited and forget the more important things at hand.
Make sure you eat well, sleep well, exercise, and study. Listen to Linsis and be a good child. Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. I was just reminded of something Grandma Lola used to say when she was teaching Carrot. Mr. O'Reilly, you and Grandma Lola, you really are siblings, aren't you? You're usually fearless, so why are you suddenly shy in front of your great uncle? Don't be scared, Carrot. He's family.
It's all right, little Carrot. I'm your grandmother's younger brother, John. This is where I work, and this is my apprentice, Barry. Come by anytime you're free.
It seems Carrot still needs a little more time to adjust. I'll take her to prepare for the funeral broadcast. See you later.
Go on, Barry. Don't we still need to talk about the customer complaint?
In conclusion, I firmly believe I have sufficiently secured the understanding of guest Yako Collins, and hereby apply to return to the Hypnos Agency to resume funerary duties.
Well done! And to encourage your growth, I have a special reward for you. Were you expecting that, my silly apprentice?
Mr. O'Reilly, that's too much! Too much! Reaper Shirley, please defend me!
I already looked into the complaint, you good-for-nothing. Sorry about that, guests, for letting you see such an unprofessional side of me.
Mr. O'Reilly, you look much livelier.
Right. It's thanks to you all. Come on, Perry. Hurry and get the invitations ready. Don't just stand there.
Yes, Master. Do you agree to let me take part in the Hypnos Agency's other activities?
What do you think? I'm getting on in years. Do you really expect me to pull off such a grand funeral? Are you trying to work your master to death?
Hooray! Long live Mr. O'Reilly!
You fool. What person actually lives forever?
Mr. O'Reilly?
Archon, Miss Shirley, I'm deeply grateful that the Hypnos Agency can handle this collective funeral.
We should be the ones saying thank you. Is there anything else we can help with?
That's not necessary. Franz and Hilda have already brought quite a few people to help out, including 2 Kylian folks.
Since everyone is working so hard, we can't just stand around. Mr. O'Reilly, let us know what we can help with.
Well, all right then. Could you please bring the candles and bouquets from the agency to the venue? I'm not getting any younger, so I need to go rest for a while. Barry, after you send out the invitations, remember to wake me up. I still need to deliver the eulogy for our fallen compatriots.
Got it, Master.
The setup is complete. If there's nothing else, go notify Barry to start the funeral.
Black feathers that glide across... carry away my whispers.
Barry, I'm all set over here. Let's get started.
Please, esteemed guests, step forward and join me in bidding our final farewell to the departed.
Hello, everyone. I'm currently in Asperia on Ida, streaming live for everyone. After 50 years, we Kylians are finally returning home. It is also the funeral held jointly by Ida's Hykros and Kylos' Apex for the victims of the space station. Today, we stand together, united in our vigil, only to mourn those we lost in the disaster and pay our respects. Meanwhile, the victims from Vera have also returned home, fallen leaves finally returning to their roots. Now, let us all observe a moment of silence for our loved ones, friends, and fellow citizens who perished in the disaster.
Master, it's time to get up. Master? Master?
Authorizer, are you okay?
I remember you telling Barry that the moment of silence is only the beginning of mourning, not the end. At least now they can begin to grieve. Antoria, those who entered hyperspace and other Defense Force members are still missing. We can't even hold funerals for them.
Do you think there's still a chance they're alive?
I want to believe so.
Then let's go bring them back. The knowledge to activate the hyperspace gate is still stored on the network. Does that mean we have one more thing to do in Lockhart?
Well, if we really want to find Antoria, we'll have to build the Tower of Fantasy first, reconnect all of Ida's lands, and then trigger a global origin resonance. The road ahead seems to be getting longer.
And let's take one step at a time, and keep pushing forward.
What will happen to Kylo if we follow Barry to Lockhart?
It sounds like there's a lot for Plotty to handle, so I doubt you'll be able to officially take on your role just yet.
That's true, but we can't just walk away from this, can we?
Can't you take some time off? The doctor said Lockhart used to be where she wanted to go for her honeymoon. It must be beautiful there, right? Maybe you could take a few months off?
You mean I should tell Hykros I'm taking leave? Better yet, I'll sneak off with you to Lockhart to study the Angel of Clemency's healing techniques. And maybe build a Tower of Fantasy there?
Will that not work?
You just reminded me of how you were when we first met.
Was I really that funny back then?
Back then, you were mischievous and adventurous. Whenever Zeke warned you not to do something risky, you'd sneak off anyway, and always drag me along, just like now.
So, do you want to join me this time?
Of course. But asking Hykros for time off feels like a bit of a hassle. Let's trouble Elric instead. He's been an Archon for so long, he surely knows the best way to handle this. We've helped him out so many times, it's about time he returns the favor. After all, he did say he came here to help me and Plotty take the blame. So what's one more burden, right?
And you go talk to Barry about the trip to Lockhart, and I'll go say goodbye to Celine.
Why is it closed? Where did Barry go? Could something have happened? Let me go check around. Barry!
What are you doing here?
Mr. O'Reilly,
His health had been declining for a while, but fortunately, he didn't suffer much when he passed. My master spent his entire life conducting funerals and presiding over all kinds of ceremonies. At those funerals, what he saw most were tears, and what he heard most were cries. If I were the one who died, seeing all these tears, I don't think I could bear crossing the Styx, he always said. Long ago, my master had already decided how he wanted to be interred and where he'd want to be buried. From here, you can look out over all of Bangus Port. Countless smiling faces and the lively sounds of life. He would have liked it, don't you think?
Barry, I'm very sorry about Mr. O'Reilly's departure. If you need any help, just let me know. Don't keep your sadness to yourself.
Sad? How could that be? I'm actually glad my master was able to set off this way. How could I be sad?
If you keep it all bottled up...
I said I'm not sad, so I'm not sad. I'm just...
Just what?
I just feel a bit strange. Like there's suddenly a void inside me. And I don't know what to do. I used to blame him for not understanding me, always scolding me. And sometimes, I even wanted to avoid him. But now, I suddenly want to apologize to my master.
Apologize?
I shouldn't have said his cooking was awful, or that his taste in clothes was terrible. I still have so much I want to tell him. Do you think Yako felt the same way when he came to see me back then?
Yes. This is what grief feels like.
So this is what grief feels like. It's my first time experiencing the death of someone close to me. It's nothing like I imagined. No wonder Yako was angry, and Mr. O'Reilly was scolding me. Yako's dad passed away a few days ago, and he's still grieving. How much longer do I have to grieve?
It'll take a long time. I lost a friend about a year ago, and I still don't feel like I've fully moved on. It was my first time experiencing this, and I don't even know how to talk about it.
Isn't there some way I can feel better faster?
Everyone has their own way of dealing with this. I choose to take on the responsibilities my friend left behind and keep myself busy with endless work.
But you said you still haven't moved on. So it seems doing this hasn't helped much.
Maybe try Yako's way. He came to you back then to talk. You can open up to someone you trust too.
Have you ever talked to someone about it?
Shirley once wanted to help me carry the burden, but I chose to avoid it back then. Wait, I was trying to give you advice. How did it end up with you helping me instead? Maybe I should try to open up. Shirley would be willing to listen, right?
Fine. Since these feelings won't be resolved anytime soon, I'll set them aside. I still have work to finish. Mr. O'Reilly entrusted this to me. How's the funeral going? Is everything all right?
Thank you for your agency's incredible help. The funeral went off smoothly. Franz really recommended the right person.
I'm really sorry. I promised I'd help, but I messed up again. If Mr. O'Reilly were still here, he'd definitely be angry with me. As an immortal, maybe I'm simply not suited to be a mortician.
Don't say that. If O'Reilly saw today's funeral, he'd be proud of you. Thanks to your success today, I've got an even bigger task for you. Arranging the funerals for all 157 victims from Lockhart.
But you have to bring them back to Lockhart first. Are you willing to admit you're the Reaper and come with me to Lockhart? To end immortality and save everyone?
I didn't say that. I only said we need to hold a funeral, that's all.
Holding a funeral in a world full of immortals. What else could it be but the Reaper? Well, I'll just take that as you agreeing to come with me to Lockhart. Once I apologize to Yako and complete the final task left by my master, we'll set off.
My master's final arrangements are taken care of. Please come to the Hypnos Agency when you have a moment. Huh. Why are there so many people at the entrance?
I see. O'Reilly's will said he wanted a simple funeral. That old rascal. Well, since it was his wish, there's nothing we can do.
Yes, thank you for your understanding. I'm sure my master would be very happy to see you.
Is this the Hypnos Agency the flyer mentioned? It's my first time here. Barry, I haven't seen you in days. Do you still perform magic at the port?
Absolutely. In a few days, I'll be staging an unprecedented act as my final curtain call.
They say the more sensible a child is, the more they're cherished. You used to be such a handful, driving everyone crazy. And now you've become so quiet. Don't be too sad, okay?
Child. Thank you, Miss Eureka. Don't worry, I'm feeling much better now.
Well then, we'll be on our way. If you need any help, just let us know.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye. finally done. You're finally here. Yako should be here soon, right?
Yako? He's coming too? I thought you called me to talk about going to Lockhart.
Well, actually, there's still one thing I haven't done. I still haven't apologized to Yako.
Huh?
Don't worry. I've already called him. I'll apologize right away. It's just... now I realize how harsh my words were. I thought having you here would give me a little more courage to face him.
Barry.
I'm sorry, Yako. I was wrong before. I can't believe I wanted you to feel happy about your dad's death when you were so sad. Please forgive me.
Huh?
I know it's a bit late to say this, but I really mean it. When you came to me back then, you must have had a lot on your mind about your dad that you wanted to talk about. Back then, I didn't understand anything at all. Yet I arrogantly congratulated you, acting like I knew your feelings better than you did. But now I get it. I'm sorry, Yako. If you ever want to talk about your dad, I'm all ears. Of course, only if you're still willing to share.
Of course I would. I was really angry at you back then. I even secretly wished you could feel what I did. But I didn't actually want to curse you. I was just so upset. Mr. O'Reilly was a really good person, and I know exactly how you feel right now. Keeping it in will only hurt you more. You can talk to me about it any time. We can bond over our shared grief. Also, I take back what I said earlier. This is the best funeral home in Asperia. And you're a kind-hearted soul. Only you can give the funeral.
It's all thanks to my master. Has nothing to do with me.
Barry, I don't think Mr. O'Reilly meant it that way. This is something he asked me to keep for him. He told me to give it to you if I was willing to forgive you.
This is... a will? Experience the loss of someone important. Master, I finally understand. But you left me behind.